Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I am doing a video about all the books I am currently reading and if I can read them by the end of the year. I haven't made a video in a while because you might be able to tell by my voice, I got a little sick, and for quite a while I literally had no voice. So it was almost impossible to make a video. I am currently in the process of making one where I'm not talking. It'll take a little bit longer to get done though. So since my voice is kind of back, I wanted to make this video. So as you might know, if you've watched the channel for a while, I am very much a mood reader, which basically means like I could be in the mood to read one book and then not be in the mood the next day to read it. So I end up starting a lot of books at the same time and then taking a while to read them. As I'm filming this, it is November 27th, and I am currently in the middle of 5 books, and I'm going to try to finish that in a month and however many days there are until the end of the year. The first book that I am reading is a book by David Sedaris, Carnival of Snackery. I currently have it as part of my tripod, so I'm not going to move it. I started it in October. It is one of his latest books, that is his diaries from 2003 to 2020. And I actually, he was on a book tour and I met him and got him to sign the book. So that is a book I am never. The next book I actually have on me, and it is Darling Girl by Liz Michaelaski. It is, I believe, a Peter Pan retelling, because at the top it says a novel of Peter Pan. I've literally only read the first chapter, so that's why I say I think, but everything in the first chapter had to do with Peter Pan and Pixie Dusk and Tinkerbell, so I'm really liking it so far, and I'm determined to finish it by the end of the year. Next book I am currently reading is The Fallen by Charlie Higson. This is a YA horror series about a zombie apocalypse. This is the 5th book, I believe. I've been reading the series for a few years now, so that's why I'm not entirely sure. But it's very, very good. I love his writing. I had a goal of finishing this series this year. However, it just didn't happen. There are 2 more books after this. So I'm determined to finish the series at least in 2023. The next book I'm currently reading is a reread. I'm rereading the series Cress by Marissa Meyer. This is a fantasy retelling, fantasy sci-fi retelling. The whole series has an overarching plot, but each individual book is based off of a different, sometimes princess or just a fairy tale. The first one is Cinder, which is Cinderella. The second one is Scarlet, which is Little Red Riding Hood. The third one is Cress, which is Rapunzel. And the fourth one is Winter, which is Snow White. One of my favorite series ever. I read it first when I was in high school and absolutely loved it. So I'm really enjoying this reread, and I'm determined to finish Cress by the end of the year. The final book I don't have on me, I have it on my phone as an audiobook. It's Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray. It is the 2nd book in a series. I thoroughly enjoyed the first one, and so far I am really, really liking the second one. It's set in the 1920s and it has to do with people who can tell the future and that are called diviners, people who have like psychic abilities. So it's very, very good. And I honestly wouldn't categorize it as YA, but just the way it's written, even though a lot of the main characters are 17, 18 years old, just the way it's written seems a lot more adult than your typical YA novel. So I personally don't see it as YA, even though there's nothing wrong with YA. But it is just so good, and I highly recommend if you are a fantasy fan, if you're a it has less science fiction, more fantasy. So if you're a fantasy fan, I would highly recommend checking it out, whether you like YA. All right, I am going to stop and give my voice a break. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.